you some important things that I've learned as I'm learning real estate. So I was finding this information particularly useful for buyers. So when you're a buyer and you purchase a property, you automatically come into 5 rights. And the first one is disposition. So disposition means that this property is yours and you can dispose of it in the future. The second one is that it's yours to enjoy, free from third-party interests. The third one is that it is exclusively yours. Fourth is possession, which I think is pretty self-explanatory. And the fifth is control within the limits of the law. So I think of the bundle of rights like a bundle of sticks, and it's yours. But there's something called encumbrances that can come in and take away from that bundle of sticks. And so I'm going to mention the most common ones and the ones that we've focused on, and these are the ones that I want to share with you. So the first one are liens. So liens are basically, it's a debt that you owe to someone else. So common liens on a property would include property taxes and your mortgage. A lien that would be important that you would want to know about before you purchase a home is called a mechanic's lien. And that's when someone has had work done on their house. In the event that they don't pay for the work being done, you could be responsible for it when you take ownership of the property. So it would be good to know beforehand whether or not that work has been paid for. The second encumbrance that I want to talk about is an easement. So an easement is someone's use of your property without possessing it, or you using an adjacent property without possessing it. So it could go either way. So common easements that exist are power lines, telephone lines, gas lines, where companies need access to your property. And so it's important, if you get a survey done, then you would be able to know if easements exist on your property. And I'll talk about surveys a little bit towards the end of the video. Another encumbrance are called encroachments, and encroachments are actually illegal. So again, that property survey would be really useful to know if someone is encroaching on your property line with maybe a driveway, a wall, a fence, or an overhanging balcony. And the last encumbrance that I'm going to talk about are covenants, conditions, and restrictions, which are usually put into motion by an HOA, a builder, or a developer. And it's basically, what covenants do is they basically ensure that there's conformity in the subdivision, meaning that you can only paint your house a certain set of colors. If you get a fence, it has to look a certain way. Or if you add on, it has to be a certain architectural style. And that's to ensure that there's conformity throughout the neighborhood. If you want to put up a fence, and let's say you can't, and you have a pet, that would really be important for you to know before you purchase the property. So at the end of the day, I think that the main message is the importance of getting a property survey done, to be aware of these encumbrances if they exist, and if there are questions, you would want to reach out to a real estate attorney. I hope that this video was helpful, and again, thank you guys for being on this journey with me.